What's going on, my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Stop the Count podcast. In this episode, we will talk about what went down this past Thursday in the Liga MX Finals first leg between Chivas and Tigres. First, we'll get into some boxing news that was announced after my last video was recorded. One of those is, of course, the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight has officially been announced for July 29th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Finally, after so long of waiting for this fight, it has finally came. The main card, although nothing has been announced, it looks as if it will be a pretty good main card. We will get more into these fights as they approach. Also announced was Oscarvaldez will be challenging Emanuelnavarrete for Navarrete's WBO title on August 12th in Arizona. Now, they were originally supposed to fight in February, but Oscar had to pull out of the fight due to injury. For a fight I talked about my last video, arturbeterbiev versus callumsmith will go down August 19th in Quebec. Also, Oleksandrusyk now looks to face Danieldubois in August. Now, for the Liga MX Finals first leg between Chivas and Tigres in Monterrey at the Volcan. From before the start of the game, Paunović was already being criticized by many for his lineup, as he again played Pocho up top and took off Ronaldo Cisneros. Me personally, I didn't have a problem with this because his tactics, his plan, he's already gotten us this far, and who am I to doubt him now? Now, the game started off with, in my opinion, a pretty dumb call, as Pollo and Javier Aquino were given yellow cards due to Aquino hitting Pollo in the face with the ball from a throw-in. Now, Pollo did play the part trying to sell the foul, but in my opinion, that just really wasn't worthy of him getting a yellow card. Now, that was just the start of the refereeing, which was fucking awful. The whole game, garbage. Cantante Guerrero was fucking blind the whole first half. There should have been another person getting a yellow card, and that was Fernando Gorriarán. There were easily 5 fouls of his in the first half, and one of them was clear as day a yellow card foul. Now, the first half was pretty much as expected. Tigres were attacking very well, and Sebastián Córdoba playing out of his mind. I don't know what goes on in his head when he plays Chivas, but he always kicks it up another level. Now, Gignac was not having a good half, as he missed some pretty clear shots, none as clear as having a ball coming pretty much straight to him off the post after a horrible clearance from Pollo. Other than that, the Chivas' whole defense played really well this half. Now, for Chivas' attack, it was pretty much non-existent. There was a free kick given to Chivas, but of course, alexisvega sends it up and nowhere near anybody on the field of play. Now, later on in that half, Cone Brizuela also had a chance, but he left Tigres alive, missing a pretty clear shot, a good chance at goal, which is pretty much normal for him now. That came after a horrible mistake from Fernando Gorriarán. Now, Tigres had 67% possession time the first half, pretty much staying on Chivas' half the whole time. Although it was still a great first half being played, well fought between the two teams. Now, as the second half started, it started off pretty surprising with Chivas attacking at first. Now, they weren't generating anything. And that's where I feel Paunović decided to put in a number 9, and still nothing was being generated. So that's, again, where I feel that's when he made the decision, the right decision and perfect decision to defend the rest of the game. It was 100% correct. And the defensive substitutions he made were also perfect. Now, the defense stepped up amazingly. Again, Pollo playing basically the whole game with a yellow card and having a great game without committing any stupid fouls. Now, Mozo and Chiquete were also playing out of their minds, especially Chiquete again. The referee was again horrible, a terrible game for both teams. The game ended in a result that really wasn't expected. It was a 0-0 draw for the first leg. Now, I believe Paunovic's plan was all along to try and tire this team out, because in the second leg of their last series, they have looked to defend, and that has at times come back to bite them in the ass, especially against Toluca. We need to remember they're going to be on short rest, as they probably only have a light practice today and a flight tomorrow to Guadalajara. Now, getting into the stadium atmosphere of the Volcan, It looked amazing, yellowed out, really only seeing a few Chivas jerseys. From the TV, you could hear the chants, the boos all game. Chivas needs the same from their fans in the second leg. This is a do or die game for both teams, the final game of the season, winner take all. Now for the lineup, I would like to see a 4-3-3. My defense from left to right would be Chiquete, Pollo, Tiva, and Mozo because they have been playing very, very well. My midfield, also Nene and Pocho. Now for the attackers I would put is Vega, Ronaldo, and Piojo. The more realistic thing we'd probably see come Sunday is a 5-3-2 or a 4-1-4-1. And I know I said this my last video, but we need our stars to play to the level they're capable of. Pocho and Alexis have to come out and play to their full potential. This is Alexis' chance to show he's ready for Europe. It's clear he doesn't want to stay at Chivas. Now this season, besides from some good assists he had in the León game, he hasn't done much really. For my prediction, I'm predicting a 3-2 victory for Chivas at the Estadio Akron, the stadium that's never tasted defeat in a final. Sunday, Chivas will be crowned Clausura champions. That's it for me today. Thank you guys for staying until the end. See you guys Monday as I talk about the events that happened over the weekend.